check this. I'm just gonna sit here laid back to this last beat, yo, and drop some smooth lyrics. It's 88.
Time to set it straight, you know what I'm saying?
And ain't no half stepping. Word. I'm ready. Rappers stepping to me. They wanna get some, but I'm the king, so yo, you know the outcome. Another victory. They can't get with me. So pick a BC date, cause you're history. I'm the authentic poet to get lyrical. For you to beat me, it's gonna take a miracle. And step it to me.
Yo, that's the wrong move. Dope dog food. Come on, man.
Part 2, people.
That's better than a lot of niggas' albums right there.
It definitely is. It definitely is. No
Part
question.
2, though.
We have to finish where we left off as far as Big Daddy Kane. This was our icon report, and we would be remiss not to continue. This is Black Magic, your hip-hop moderator, and I'm sitting here with Big Just the Real, your hip-hop analyst. Big Just the Real, I want to tell the people Big Daddy Kane's top 5 DOA MCs. Now, these are Big Daddy Kane himself's picks, people. So when we all talk about Jay-Z, Nas, or we all talk about Tupac, or Lil Wayne, even some are saying Drake now is in the top 5 MCs of all time. Okay, maybe perspective-wise.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm with you. But here's Big Daddy Kane's list. Number 1, KRS-One. Number 2, Rakim. Number 3, Nas. Number 4, Coogee Rap. Number 5, Biggie Smalls.
Who was that?
Big Daddy Kane himself. Let's repeat this for Big Just Real to see how he feel. Number 1, KRS-One. Number 2, Rakim. Number 3, Nas. Number 4, Coogee Rap. Number 5, Biggie Smalls. What's your assessment on that matter? On his opinion?
That's a tight list. That's a tight list right there. Can't say that about that.
Well, we open and shut. So people, y'all can leave comments. So y'all can maybe try to even challenge King Asiatic. Nobody's equal, but he done told you ain't nobody equal. Now, I don't know if he got a great mind when it comes to picking, but I think he do. With this list, it's tight. I agree. Yeah. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit more of his bio, man, because a lot of people really don't understand who this guy is.
Sure did.
Kane said that it took him 2 weeks to save $20 to get his first microphone. He found it at Radio Shack in the Albee Square Mall. Now, that's in Brooklyn, New York. To a lot of you listeners who tune in on Twitter or what have you, or whatever, it's Albee Square Mall. I don't know if it's still there existing because, you know, a lot of things have changed. They've smashed a lot of buildings, rebuilt and destroyed. So they've rebuilt. But that's in Brooklyn. He says he found it at Radio Shack there. The brand of the microphone was Dynamic. After getting the microphone, Kane got the opportunity to rhyme against Dynamic Richie at a block party between Stuyvesant and Lewis in Brooklyn. Another one of Big Daddy Kane's claim to fame is, at a time when other MCs sported t-shirts and jeans. You hear this? Now think about how history pieces up. Now, they talking about the early 80s, people. At a time when MCs sported t-shirts and jeans, Big Daddy Kane sported and flossed with a flat top and player style look. Kane also said that as an entertainer, it is very important to get your overall look across, end quote. Groups like the Retro Kids draw their inspiration from the styles Kane helped to pioneer, you know, and that's not it. Like I said in part 1, Big L, people, Big Daddy Kane, Big L, Big Papa, and Jay-Z directly got, if not half, 70% of their style from Big Daddy Kane. Y'all can go do the math. Now, in around 85, Kane was introduced to Biz Markie by a friend. Now, we said in part 1 they battled, so we know he went on to become a part of the legendary Juice Crew. We always have to remind people that Big Daddy Kane was a part of the Juice Crew. Now, remember, in part 1 we told you, he battled Biz Markie, became Biz Markie's friend after defeating him in battle. Then he became a member of the Juice Crew.
And also wrote one half of the man's album.
Go figure.
What they say.
Wow. So, I don't know, but that's about it on Big Daddy Kane. You know, I'm just overwhelmed, man. Big Daddy Kane needs to be on everybody's top 10 at least of all time, period.
I'll say this. I'll say, you know, have your top 10, but as far as like greatest MCs, you just got to say he's one of the greatest MCs. Now, you can have your preference or whatever on, you know, you might like, you know, disco rap or some shit, and that's you like top 10 niggas and that shit. But you know what I mean? If you know the rudiments and the foundation of hip hop MCing, you gotta say he one of the greatest MCs.
No
Rhyme
question.
schemes and shit like that. That's you know what I mean. That's that shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like on some real shit, some of the stuff that Big Daddy be doing, a little bit of stuff now that I hear through the internet and stuff like that. Like when he rapping with certain new era niggas. You know, because for a minute, you remember Big Daddy had Jai he fell off Jai a little bit, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot the name of them albums. Them shits, man.
Prince of Darkness, I think, was one.
Man, it was like, damn. Big Daddy, I mean, I don't know. The music had changed up around 94, 95 and shit. It was like, yo, it was more gutter. It was, I don't know, but Big Daddy really wasn't in it. So to see him coming now getting like, you know, that little bit of he getting his shine back together. Like niggas is fucking with him again, and he don't sound dated. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why a lot of old niggas ain't really still popping. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to disrespect their styles or whatever, but like I mean, if you got a fan base for that kind of rap, that nigga, that shit, then do it. But I don't think the average hip hop will want to hear that. It's all right to mimic a style like that on a particular song, maybe, but a whole album of hippity that, I don't know.
So you do feel some people are played out. Now remember Biggie Smalls said played out, and he referenced the person and he referenced the person's apparel. The person is Kwame. So do people get played out?
Kwame said at the end of his career, man, he become a producer.
Wow.
King Mills, was his name. That from what shit I've read about it, he worked with a lot of people. It's like, damn, what, he was already in the music industry. So what I've learned, a lot of artists that have had some success tend to go into the executive or the production shit and make a career. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be on the road and be the superstar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be saying about like some of them older brothers. Like, if they not making a living off of, and I'm not saying you got to make a living off of, but off of what you really love, like, man, I don't know. Like, I can't, like I said some things about Kool Herc in part one. Like, I'm not disrespecting them brothers. Like, I know they didn't, whatever, all the stuff that people have said they done and they created this and did the first block parties and all of this. And, that's cool, but like, come on, like, don't nobody want to hear Jesse Jackson talking that old school shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, want some real shit. You know what I mean, Spank?
Yes.
No, Black, I'm sorry.
You fine.
Like, want some real shit. Like, if you ain't talking about what's going on now, like, or doing nothing now, I don't think people really want to, or really respecting the shit. Like, okay, you did that, but don't say nothing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not really bringing no solution, if you still saying some failed shit or doing some failed shit, like, shit, I still be doing the community center block club joint every year. Like, 1,000 people come up. I mean, that's probably cool, but like, if you're not, that's just my opinion. I'm not disrespecting them brothers. I'm just saying, as far as me as an artist, I want to be able to be successful enough to, make a living from the things I love doing. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to struggle. You know what I'm saying? And be considered like a real, building block to something, and it's not benefiting me. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree. But you made some great points earlier about Kwame that I noted. And I think all MCs out there, young or old, take note of what he highlighted. And that's why I'm here as their moderator, people, and Big Justin Real. So you mentioned how Biggie per se ended his career, but then you went on to mention but then you went on to mention that he's still working. That's very evident to me, but I want the people to be clear. So it seems he stopped being an MC, I want to ask you, or did he stop performing as an MC and then went behind the scenes, are you saying, in that?
Well, basically, that's what he did.
Okay. So be diverse. That's what I'm taking from it, people. If you're out there and you want to be in the game, be diverse. And then
I'm going to say this, because in part one, you brought up Heavy D. I'm gonna change it. Heavy D been put it down. You know what I mean? He didn't. He was a mainstream hip hop artist. Like he really never violated and went commercial corny and none of that. He stayed true to hip hop, like making hip hop songs. It was like I ain't making no R&B song. Like I'ma sing and cry or whatever. He made hip hop songs the way he made them when he came in. He wasn't trying to get. I'm gonna get on some gangster shit. I'm gonna kill niggas, whatever. He wasn't never on none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say, he belong up there. But I was bringing Heavy D up because I wanted to say when he said be diverse, Eddie F. We gonna have to talk about him eventually too, Black. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Uh,
Peace to Eddie F.
Peace to Eddie F. That brother, he made a career in his game. These brothers is like, man, they've been in the game for years. That's why, like, when people be saying the greatest and like you said, people say Drake and stuff like that. Like right now, like I don't know, I can't really say nothing like that. Like, I mean, Big Daddy and them material that's withstood the test of time. Like, yo, you could always pump that. I ain't saying you was gonna blast it every fucking day, but like, my kids listen to that stuff, and my kids are young. You know what I'm saying? They listen to that because that shit is hip hop. That shit grabbed them. That's real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Now they listen to some of this new era shit too because that's the shit that's around. But you know what I'm saying? They also can identify with hip hop. You know what I mean? That shit that we love. You know what I mean?
I completely feel you. So let me ask you right now then, is it a difference right now as far as the music, hip hop wise, sonically? I'm trying to wonder, is that what you're saying? Is it a difference in the MCs or the music or both?
Babe, the music I can't really say because I mean, to me, hip hop, like I don't think like just because hip hop started in New York, like it gotta be turntables and what was it, the SP 1200.
SP
I mean, like
1200,
I don't think it's
Technique,
yeah,
turntables.
I don't think it just gotta be like a motherfucker might have just had what they had, and you know, give me a tuba. I'm an artist. I'm gonna come up with some shit. Why that's not hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Like self expression. That's what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't even know why I said that shit, but
Well, as far as has the MCs changed,
oh yeah,
or
yeah,
has
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
music
yeah.
changed, or
I
do
do
you
know.
feel both? But it seems you're saying that hip hop coming from New York. I was gonna ask then on that, like are you saying like, okay, Commons? I used to love her. He was mentioning how hip hop had traveled from the East, New York, namely, to the West. So I'm saying, do you feel like musically, hip hop has grown beyond New York sound? I just want you to be clear for the people
I mean,
and for me.
I
But
don't really think it's no particular sound. Like, yo, music is music. If the shit sound good, the shit good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we producers, me and my brethren right here, we make beats. So it's like we don't have a particular because brothers make music. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy music. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
yeah, I completely feel you. But I want the people to feel you. So let's say trap music, because I'm trying to make sure this
Hold up
is.
for a minute.
Go ahead.
Hello? What's up, sir?
Pardon the interruption. This is hip hop awareness and hip hop literacy. Of course, you know this is part two. And
What
where
are you
are
talking
we?
about?
We're at All Things Hip Hop. Address Stratosphere.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll just come home. I still gotta go to work. Yo, listen. I have to go to work. After that, we can do that. We can definitely do that. The kids ain't gonna be here for a while. All right.
That's good. So we can end part two right there, yo. We can't keep stopping and starting. We just end part two.